I am here today to film an exciting video. We haven't made videos on this channel in quite some time. It may have been the beginning of October was the last time. I don't really remember. But we have decided that we want to start making videos again. So I am going to be making the first video and I'm really excited. So we haven't really updated this channel, so I guess that's what I'm going to do for now.
What's this?
It's a ring light. So it's supposed to make it look good. I don't know. Hi! So, basically, do you want to be in this video or?
No.
Okay. So we have been into Dungeons and Dragons, and we've been playing since about like August, would you say?
No. Like June.
Oh, okay, so maybe June. So it's been quite some time, and we love D&D. We would play it every day if we could, but you can't play every day. It's just not realistic, but I wish it was. So with that comes like a whole bunch of things. You know, we have a lot of the guides, and we've made a bunch of characters, and we went on a lot of adventures. And so one thing that you do when you play, or most people do, is they have little miniature figures. So for Christmas, I got Adam this little kit. It is like the Reaper Learn to Paint kit, and it gives you like the core skills, which teaches you base coat, washing, and dry brushing. So it's supposed to teach you like just the basics of painting these little minifigures that people use in their, you know, in their games and stuff. So I bought this on Amazon and it was like $31, which I think is a really good deal for what all you get. I'll go ahead and open it and show you. So this is what it looks like on the inside. You get 3 figures, which I haven't painted yet because I have painted other ones. But you get like this little skeleton fellow. He's got like a little bow. You get this guy. He looks like some sort of a paladin, maybe like an evil paladin or something. I don't really know. That's what he looks like. And then you get this guy, which is like some sort of like an ogre or troll or something. So some little nice little figures you can paint. And then you get 2 paintbrushes, which aren't in here because I've used them. And then you get like a bunch of paints. So you get a yellow.
Are you telling him that was my Christmas present?
Yeah. A blue. You get
Jenna bought herself a Christmas present.
A green. I know. A brown. I was going to get to that story. Kind of like this camel color. This mountain stone, which is a wash, and this is really good for painting stone colors, like to go over top. That's my son.
What's mommy doing?
You get this.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Harrison.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Harrison what?
Harrison Danger.
Yeah.
You want Daddy to turn your show on?
Mm-hmm.
And you get this blade steel color, which is good for any type of weapons or anything. You get, yeah, go watch your show. You get a pure black. Harrison.
Hello.
Okay, go watch your show. Thank you. Sorry, this is a bit chaotic. You get a pure black. You get a white. You get this very light khaki color. What do they call it? Desert sand. And you get a very light, like silver color, which is also good for weapons. So this is like, if you want to learn to paint minis, it also comes with a little book, which teaches you different techniques and stuff. They have a couple different kits, like you start off with the basic, then you can get the layering kit. You can just get a kit with a bunch of paints in it, and I really love these paints. These are the MSP Bones paints. So I like these a lot. You know, a little bit goes a long way, so it's not like you would use this even in a month, you know. These will last you a while. So this is the kit that we got, and I bought this for Adam as a Christmas gift. thinking that we could paint minis together and it would be a lot of fun. Well, Adam has very poor eyesight and he has a problem with his cornea. It's like sliding off or something. So eventually it will have to be, what's the word? He'll have to get a transplant, meaning like a dead person's cornea. But so we were going to do this, but he just can't see well enough to be able to paint them. So, which is very straining on your eyes, it can be. So I get that. But I'm kind of bummed because I thought we would have really liked to do this together. And Adam is very artistic, so I thought that this would be a good thing for him, but he just can't. So a lot of times, even when I paint the figures, he can't really even see everything that I painted on it. So that was this kit that I wanted to share. And then I got this from Walmart. It's just like a little like carrying case. And I put a lot of my stuff in here so that when I paint, it's like all in one spot and I don't have to go looking for it. So I'll share with you guys what I have in here, I guess. I just got this from Hobby Lobby. It's like a little tray. I had another one of these, but I've used it. And to be honest, I probably won't purchase these again because I just use a paper plate and it works just as well. So it's kind of silly to keep buying these when a paper plate is just cheaper. So I have those. Crazy glue I have in there in case I need to put together any like figures or anything. But I ended up buying some really good like craft glue. And I'm going to cover up the place, but this was a craft glue that they sold, and it's really good for figures. It's called Instacure, and it's a medium strength, and I really like this. So I probably will just put this like in a junk drawer and use that around the house. But this I use to put together metal figures, and we've only had one metal figure, and I like them as far as it's easier to paint because it comes in pieces and you put it together. I don't like putting them together, so I would not use a metal figure unless it's absolutely necessary, but I did paint one of Adam's characters. It was a metal figure, so that's that. And I use this to sand down the metal figure. It's just like an emery board. I don't know, like a lot of people are really big snobs about like how they paint their figures and what kind of paints they use, and don't do this because it's not the best way, and da 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 da. And I'm not that way. Like I like to paint the figures. You know, like people don't like to use these like apple barrel paints on the things, but if you my opinion is if you use this and you add water, it works fine. Is it as good as some of the other paints? Probably not, but it works. And I mean, if you're on a budget and you want to be able to paint these figures, use it, you know. I like to use it because it gives you a bunch of different colors and you're not spending an arm and a leg. So I have like just a pink, which I used for some blush on cheeks, and it worked well. You couldn't tell the difference. I just diluted it with water and it worked. You know, the key is, instead of slopping on a bunch of paint at once, the key is to do really thin coats and like let it dry and build it up. So if you add water, it's going to be thin. I got like a reddish brown, which I like to use for hair, a black. I have this like kind of green that I like, a gold, which is a lot of fun for like armor and stuff, a blue, like a dark blue, a red. We have just a basic, really light peach, a yellow, a dark green again, a orange, a white, and and a purple. And I mean, people are gonna, you know, say what they will about it, but I think it works. If you dilute it enough, it can work. Then I have just some backs of some figure cards, and I like to use these and save them just as like a reference of what I could do. So I did have a centaur, which I did paint, and I had a druid, which I painted because one of my characters is a druid. This is just another little super glue. I got a ton of paintbrushes that I use. I like all of these for different things. Some scissors in case you ever need to cut something open. And then these were some more paintbrushes, which I haven't even got into. And this was a package that one of them came in that I just keep. So that was all on this side. Now let's go over to this side, which is the more fun side, I guess. I have some toothpicks, which sometimes I use these if it's really hard to get to something. Those can be useful. Sorry, that was not me, that was the chair, but think what you will. These are what are called mimics. So I have these to paint. It's hard to see, I'm sorry guys, but these are just some mimics. Here's what the back looks like. So this is kind of like what they suggest you to paint them like. We've used mimics quite a few times in our games, so I'm excited to get to this because we'll actually have a mimic figure. We have some orcs, which orcs are something you come across a lot too in the game, so these are perfect. And here's kind of what they suggest that you paint them like. Focus. That's kind of what they suggest. I have this, which I just like it. This is actually a Pathfinder figure, but who cares? They could all work for the same thing. This says it is a Herald of Razmar. I don't know. She just looks really cool. She's kind of like in a cloak. I don't know. She could be anything really, but I like that. I have some zombies. I don't think we've played with zombies yet, but we could sometime. Here's what they kind of suggest it to look like. So I got those to do. This was an extra rogue I have that I haven't used yet, but I've thought about using. I play a rogue as well. Her name is Mercy, and she is a tiefling. But she looks very human in a lot of ways. So I was thinking I could buy some modeling clay and sculpt her some horns and a tail. But I don't know how well it would work. I've never had any experience with it. I would have to look it up and see what people recommend. But that was in this one. I have this girl, which I really love. She kind of looks to me, it says she's a witch. But to me, she looks very, like, Asian-inspired. It looks like she almost has chopsticks in her hair. And I have a character that I'm going to be making who is going to be Asian-inspired, a human. And, I don't know, this kind of made me think of her a little bit. So, she could be potentially the one I use for that character. Then we have another druid, which I've already painted one for one of my figures. But this is just what it looks like. I'll show you this one, which could be, I've thought about painting her and using her as another one for my character, like to have two, but I don't know. We'll see. This one, it was just the back to the suggestions for the rogues, which you could paint them as. So I have that, and a paintbrush that I didn't know was in there. Okay, so that was my little caddy that I have. And then today I went back to the hobby store because I needed some better glue than what I had. And I did want to look at more of the figures. Even though I have so many to paint, I really like just going and looking. And looking always leads to buying, of course. Let me focus that a little better. Okay. So I got, oh, you know what? I'm missing, I had a pack of familiars, but I'm missing them. It was like, oh, here it is. Okay, I must have taken it out and not shown it. This is a pack of familiars. There's like a cat, a toad, and an owl, which I thought the cat was so cute. And I plan to paint it like a tortoiseshell cat. If you don't know what that looks like, you could Google it. But they have like a lot of browns and reds and kind of like a calico, but mixed up all together. Not so much patches. But this one I got because I think it's going to be a really big challenge, and I'm excited to try it. These are children, and they are so tiny. The faces are super tiny. 1 minute. Sorry, my son needed to drink. So back to what I was saying was, for the ultimate challenge, I got these children. And I don't really know what we would use them for, but I just wanted to really paint them. One is like a little girl, and she's obviously more like royalty, whereas he's probably more like a servant. But I just thought they were so cute, and they would be really challenging, so that to me is very exciting. Then I got some, I think you pronounce it drow or dro, I'm not really sure, but my interpretation is they're like dark elves. So I got a male and a female of those, just something you could come across in the game. And here's like their interpretation of what they should look like. Then I have 2 Medusas, a male and a female, and I'm really excited to paint these ones. Here's kind of what they look like. And here is their interpretation of how they should be painted. Then I picked up some more familiars. There is like a baby dragon, an imp, and to be honest, I'm not really sure what the third one is supposed to be. But it's like a clear one. I don't really know. But they're just so small and cute, and I really, really like the little baby dragon. Here's what they look like on the back. That's the thing that I'm not sure of what it is. I don't know. And then last but not least, I picked up some Earth Genocide Fighter. Is that how you say it? I don't know. They're just little fighters, and these could be used like for guards and stuff like that. Here's what they look like. Sorry, my kids are playing, so if you hear a lot of noise, that's what it is. So that is kind of my haul. I could show you what I've painted. Now keep in mind, it's not like expertise painting. I've only ever done 4 figures, but it's something that I enjoy. One figure I can't show you because my son, it was a metal figure, and he busted the arms off of it. So I had to re-glue it tonight, and I can't show it because it's drying. But I could show it in the future. So this is the first figure I ever painted. This is my druid, my wood elf druid. Her name is Laura. And this is my interpretation of what she would look like. It's going to be super hard to see. But here she is. I don't know. I wanted her to have, she has, in my mind, she has red hair, very pale skin. And I don't know. This is something she's like conjuring. And since she's a wood elf, I thought she would wear very like natural colors. I did give her like some little eyebrows and painted her lips and gave her eyes, and I put a little blush on her cheeks just so I could I don't know, make her realistic. She has some hair bows and stuff like that, so I don't know. It was a lot of fun to do that one. I am excited to use her. I'm going to be using her on Tuesday. Before I used like one that I had bought online, and it was an elf, but it looked nothing like her. It just came in a variety pack or whatever. This is my rogue. She is a tiefling, and her name is Mercy. And Mercy, I always pictured to have like Caucasian skin, which is probably a little bit not normal, because a lot of times they have very like purple, blue, red type skin. But I picture her to be Caucasian with like silver white hair, ram horns, and a long tail, and black, pure black eyes, like no pupil or anything that's visible. But this is her. So basically, she would go around a lot in a cloak to fit in with other humans, because tieflings are kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Ostracized. So this is my interpretation of her. It's hard to see because this will not focus, but I'm almost done, baby. Here she is. Yeah, you can't really see, but this is my interpretation of her right there. It's not wanting to focus whatsoever. There we go. So, I don't know, this one's not my favorite. It needs a lot of work still, but it could be good. So I pressed the wrong button. My son was wanting to talk to me. This is the one that I finished today. This one took me quite some time. I still have to finish sealing it, but this is a centaur. I picture him to be, he's not a character, he's like just a centaur that we may encounter in the game, but I picture that he would not be very friendly, so I kind of tried to paint him like with dark colors. Let's see if this will focus. Okay, there we go. So I tried to do a lot of detail on the saddle. I don't know if it'll pick up, but he's very shiny because he does have a clear coat, because it was not wanting to stay. There we go. But there's his face. It's hard to see. He does have eyebrows and eyes and lips and stuff, but I don't know if it'll pick up well on camera, but this is him. So those are all the ones that I have created, minus Adam's, which I can't show because it's drying, but I figured we could do more videos about D&D in the future. Maybe doing some videos together where we talk about our characters and stuff. I don't know if people will be interested in that, but D&D is like one of our really fun hobbies that we love, and painting minis is one of my new favorite hobbies. I don't know what I'm going to paint next, but I am really enjoying it, and it's fun to make your own minis and kind of have like your own creation that you can use. So if you want to see more D&D videos, just comment down below. Maybe give us some ideas of what you want to see or what you want us to talk about. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.